Hi, hello, and welcome back to the 7 day breathwork challenge. We are on day 2 now, and we're going to continue with what we started with on day 1. So, we're still going to be in this Taoist breathing method, thinking about going slow, going circular, softening the body. So, find your comfortable space, get yourself all settled. We're just going to dive on into the practice today. Make sure you have your props if you need them under the knees, under the butt, sit in a chair, wherever you can breathe best without feeling any discomfort from the physical body itself. Maybe just take a moment and breathe in and breathe out through the mouth. Just letting anything from the day go. While we come back into the body, back to the practice, back to the self, and just begin to notice the breath. You don't need to worry about anything we've covered so far, as I will be guiding you. All you need to do is settle in. You're going to be breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. With every inhale, we're going to follow the breath in through the nose and then down through the base of the throat. And from there, we're going to follow it right back out the way it came. See if you can notice anything happening with the body. Can you feel the breath entering and exiting the body? Notice any sensations that might be happening and allow them to happen without naming or judging them. And we're going to take our hands and we're going to place them back on the diaphragm, around the rib cage, connecting to the muscle, powers our breath. And see if you can soften the diaphragm, your breathing, or anywhere in your body. Allow your breath to grow softer. And as we breathe in, the muscle, the diaphragm will contract down to create space for our lungs to balloon up and fill our whole chest cavity with air and oxygen. And as we exhale, it goes right back up to its resting place. That's why, as you can feel, you might be able to feel as you inhale, you can get a greater idea of where the diaphragm is because it's sinking down. Now we're going to place another hand and place it on the belly and connect the diaphragm and the belly together. Allow them to inhale equally and exhale equally. Inhale and exhale. Now, as I mentioned yesterday, we had 3 different arm variations for connecting to the belly and the diaphragm. We had the one with our hands going up and down, connecting to the rise and fall of the diaphragm. And we had the hands going out to the side to expand the sides of the diaphragm. And now we're going to bring our hands down alongside our hips, just floating right above the ground. Allow your shoulders to relax down. Your shoulder blades going down the back. And connecting to the diaphragm and the belly. This movement will connect the bottom parts of our diaphragm into the sides of the belly. As we inhale, our hands will want to go out to the side. And then exhale, they'll want to come back in. So inhale, hands go out to the side. And exhale, they come back in. Allow the breath to guide the hands rather than the hands guiding the breath. So the hands don't move unless the breath moves. Allow the hands to get soft. And take 3 more breaths. And on your last breath, you can release and let go. Maybe move side to side. And just take a break for a moment while I explain what we're going into next. So we really honed in to the front of the body. We have the diaphragm and the belly, that big belly breath. And now we're going to connect to the low back. And we're gonna move to the ground. You can also do this in a chair if you are in a chair. Just be sure that you are in kind of a straight chair and you can bring your back all the way to the back of the chair. If you're joining me on the ground, and feel free if you're in a chair to join me on the ground as well, we're just going to we're gonna lay down as if you're prepping for bridge pose, but we're not going into bridge pose, don't worry. And I want you to think about flattening your back all the way to the ground. So sometimes we can have this arch in the back, and I just want you to think about flattening the back down. So hips really press into the ground. You can place the hands on the belly or alongside you. And here I want you to take the biggest breath in and think about the back going into the ground. And see if you can feel that push back from the ground as you bring the breath into that low back. And the same thing if you're in a chair, you'll put your back to the back of the chair and you'll try to breathe in and press your back into the back of the chair. But there's no movement happening. The only movement is coming from inside, utilized by the breath. So we're not arching the back and then pressing it down and arching it and pressing it down. We're just allowing, with our back flat on the ground or against a chair, just allowing the breath to move down. You bring the hands on the belly. And if you think you're starting to get the idea of this, begin to bring the diaphragm and belly breath back into the practice. Take 3 more breaths. On your last breath, turn to the side and just slowly lift yourself back up to seated. And we'll meet back in our comfortable seat. If you're in a chair, just come back to where you were sitting before. And now that we have this awareness of our low back, I'm also going to teach you a yogic pose to go with this breathing. So if you're in a chair, just stick your legs out. And if you're on the ground, we're going to go into a seated, prepping for a seated forward fold position. We're not forward folding. But you want to place your hands either alongside you or behind you. If you're in a chair, you can place them on the chair, your thighs, whatever you find is more comfortable for you. And allow your feet to go soft and floppy. And you can lean back a little bit. There's no rigidity here. Like I said, we're looking for softness and comfortability in this breathing, in this breath work. So what I want you to do is I want you to inhale, and I want you to bring the toes to the body. And then exhale, they're going to go away from the body. Inhale towards the body, and exhale away from the body. And if you're a dancer or a ballerina, you might be like, oh, I want to go all the way, but just go to 70%. Go to 70%. We're remaining soft. We don't want to introduce any force into this breath work. Inhale, toes come towards us, and exhale away from us. Inhale towards us, and exhale away. And so this will target our kidneys and breathing into the kidneys. So that low back area. And exhale away from us. Take 2 more breaths. And then go back to your comfortable seat. And once you're back in your comfortable seat, we'll now bring it all together, bring it home. So allow yourself to settle. And bring your hands to your diaphragm, your belly, or you can even place it on your back so you can feel and get your mind to become aware of that low back area. And as we breathe, our goal is that we want to inflate the front and the back of our bodies together. And then exhale, it all comes back in. It's kind of like a balloon. So inhale and exhale. And we'll take 2 more breaths. You can come out of it. You rub the hands together. Run them down from the top of the head, down the body. I'm avoiding my mic so you don't have to hear that. Thank you so much for joining me for day 2. We'll be going into day 3 and doing some more Taoist breathing. So I'm excited to see you tomorrow and stay tuned. See ya.